This video is about the Piano Sonata in B minor by Franz Liszt. I will explain the most important things about the work and the composer. Franz Liszt was a Hungarian composer, pianist and conductor who lived from 1811 to 1886. He is considered one of the most important representatives of the Romantic period and had a significant influence on the development of piano music. Liszt was not only an outstanding composer, but also a virtuoso pianist who inspired audiences with his technique and expressiveness. His best-known works include the Piano Sonata in B minor, which is considered one of the most demanding and important works in the piano repertoire. Liszt composed the Piano Sonata in B minor between 1852 and 1853. At the time, he was living in Weimar and working as a court conductor. The sonata was written at a time when Liszt was intensively exploring the genre of the sonata and seeking new ways to develop the form. The sonata was premiered in Berlin on January 22, 1857, with the pianist Hans von Bülow as the interpreter. The performance was met with great enthusiasm by the audience and helped to consolidate Liszt's reputation as an important composer. The Piano Sonata in B minor is composed in a single movement that is divided into several sections. These sections flow into one another and form a cohesive musical unit. Liszt dispenses with the traditional three-movement form of the sonata and instead creates a work that combines different themes and moods. The sonata begins with a dark and dramatic main theme that is taken up and varied again and again in the course of the work. Other themes also appear, some of which are lyrical and dreamy, while others are powerful and virtuosic. The Piano Sonata in B minor is characterized by a multitude of musical themes and motifs that are taken up and developed again and again throughout the work. The main theme, which sounds right at the beginning, is of a dark and dramatic nature and shapes the character of the entire sonata. As the piece progresses, other themes are added, some of which are lyrical and dreamy, while others are powerful and energetic. Liszt processes these themes in an artistic manner, creating a varied and exciting musical experience that captivates the listener. The Piano Sonata in B minor places the highest demands on the technical abilities of the pianist. Liszt, who was himself an outstanding piano virtuoso, built numerous challenges for the interpreter into this work. Fast runs, powerful chords, wide leaps, and complex rhythms demand perfect mastery of the instrument from the pianist. At the same time, the performer must also be able to shape the sonata's lyrical and expressive passages with sensitivity and convincingly portray the work's various moods and characters. With his Piano Sonata in B minor, Liszt broke new ground in composition and disregarded many of the conventions of his time. He dispensed with the traditional three-movement form of the sonata and instead created a work that combines different sections and moods in a single movement. The way in which he treated the musical themes was also innovative. Liszt developed the themes in a way that had not been done before, opening up new possibilities for expression. These innovations contributed to the Piano Sonata in B minor becoming a pioneering work in the history of music. Franz Liszt's Piano Sonata in B minor is still one of the most important and most frequently performed works in the piano repertoire. It inspires pianists and audiences alike with its rousing music, technical challenges, and emotional expression. The sonata has inspired and influenced numerous composers and pianists, and is considered a milestone in the development of the piano sonata genre. Even today, the work has lost none of its fascination and appeal, and is constantly being reinterpreted by pianists around the world. Franz Liszt was not only the composer of the Piano Sonata in B minor, but also had a decisive influence on the development of piano music as a whole. He expanded the technical and expressive possibilities of the piano and created numerous works that are still part of the core repertoire of pianists today. In addition to the sonata, these include his etudes, the Hungarian rhapsodies, and the transcriptions of works by other composers. Liszt was not only a great composer, but also a pianist and teacher, and he influenced numerous musicians of his time. His legacy continues to this day, inspiring pianists and music lovers around the world. Franz Liszt was one of the most colorful and influential personalities in the music world of the 19th century. He not only shaped piano music, but also orchestral music and the genre of the piano concerto in a decisive way. However, Liszt was not only important as a composer and pianist, but also as a teacher, conductor, and promoter of young talent. He supported numerous aspiring musicians of his time and helped to shape the musical landscape of his era. His legacy continues to this day, inspiring musicians and music lovers around the world to explore his work and his personality.